The ideals of fundamental rights, due process, and justice in the Magna Carta, the Universal Declaration of Rights, and our Bill of Rights reflect our beliefs. We believe that the Magna Carta is an appropriate comparison to the Declaration.
In 1215, King John signed the Magna Carta, which intended to limit the power of the monarchy by granting rights to nobles. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights intended to guarantee fundamental rights for all people globally. Both different applications yet embody John Locke's social contracts claim that the government must protect the inalienable rights of the people and adhere to limits placed on the government by the people.
There are three main parts of the Magna Carta which can be found in Articles 9, 10, and 17 of the Universal Declaration: separation of church and state, due process, and property rights. The rights can also be found in our government as the Bill of Rights protects separation of church and state in the First Amendment, as well as due process and property rights in Amendments 4 through 8. State constitutions also protect these rights, as seen with Section 8 of Nevada's state constitution.
We do not believe any of the UDHR's aspirational goals need to be added to our Constitution. While many of the rights in the Declaration are not found in the Bill of Rights, they are often established through judicial review, congressional legislation, and laboratories of democracy. For example, Articles 41 and 42 of the Magna Carta, as well as Article 13 of the UDHR, establish the right to travel in and out of a nation.
This is not found in the United States Constitution, other than using a loose interpretation of the Privileges and Immunities Clause found in Article 4, Section 2, Clause 1. However, it was established in Supreme Court cases Kent v. Dulles and Graham v. Richardson. Additionally, our unique system of federalism created by the 10th Amendment allows for laboratories of democracy.
As stated by Justice Louis D. Brandeis in the Supreme Court case New State Ice Company v. Liebman, a single courageous state may serve as a laboratory and try social and economic experiments without risk to the rest of the country. This can be seen with the legalization of marijuana in Colorado, and before the current Supreme Court case aiming to overturn DOMA, states were able to decide marriage terms.
Although the UDHR's provisions may be too idealistic to be realized today, it still could change world views on human rights the way the Magna Carta did. While the Magna Carta was essentially ignored for almost 400 years, it is still seen as the greatest first step towards a new government today.
The UDHR is unenforceable because of the United Nations veto rules, financial issues, lack of enforcement, and the hesitancy to overstep a nation's sovereignty. This was seen in 1994 when the United Nations failed to act and stop the genocide taking place in Rwanda. While the Declaration can be compared to the Magna Carta, there are issues with the integrity of the document.
Nations that sign the Universal Declaration often fail to uphold the rights protected in it, such as China's infringement of free speech found in Article 19. The neoconservative movement in the United States demonstrates even our hesitancy to truly committing to the document. The pretense in signing the UDHR turns it into more of a suggestion rather than a revolutionary declaration.
The Universal Declaration of Human Rights has the potential to revolutionize the views on human liberty the way the Magna Carta did. As youth band, the Secretary General in the 1960s said, "The Universal Declaration of Human Rights was born of an increased sense of responsibility. The world has come to a clear realization that justice, freedom, and world peace can only be assured through international promotion of these rights." Thank you.
As you discussed quite well in your prepared remarks, the Universal Declaration is not really enforceable. But what steps might countries take to implement some of the ideals that are expressed in the document?
Well, specifically with our nation, we can take specific parts of the UDHR and pass them through Congress. Because it is not a treaty, because it is not in our laws, it does not fit into the supremacy clause of the Constitution. So the UDHR is not part of our laws. However, it can be implemented through our laws.
These are called aspirational goals in the Universal Declaration, so the countries can choose to implement these aspirational goals however works with their form of government. It's not saying that democracy is the only type of government they can have these goals.
This can be seen with the philosophical idea of peace tokens, which has actually been upheld in international court rulings, which was established and backed up at the 2005 World Summit Conference, which said that the states and the nations actually have a responsibility to protect and implement these rights in other countries that aren't doing so.
The founders had a great deal of discussion about whether we should have a Bill of Rights in the Constitution or not have a Bill of Rights in the Constitution. Now, would you kind of explore why someone might be hesitant about having a Bill of Rights at that point in time? And since it's an add-on, is the Bill of Rights more important or less important than the rest of the Constitution?
One of their biggest hesitancies is they're afraid that if they outlined our rights, those rights that weren't addressed, we would not be given. You can see this today with the infringement of privacy by the federal government, with the advancements in technology, with email and Facebook. Because they did not see that coming, the right to privacy was never granted in the sense of technology.
I would say a Bill of Rights would need to be added because the Bill of Rights says that these rights were given to us by a creator, whereas the UDHR doesn't say who gave these rights to the people.
The Bill of Rights is certainly important. I wouldn't say it's more important than the Constitution, but it's important because it keeps the Constitution relevant to today through the amendment process outlined in Article 5, which allows us to keep the amendments relevant to the modern times.
And another concern with having a Bill of Rights is that the people wouldn't be the ones whose opinions were represented in it. We can see this in Syria and other Middle Eastern countries where when you have a Bill of Rights that is said to represent the people, it's oftentimes represented only by the president or by someone whose interests are only bigger for that.
The biggest issue at the time of having or not having the Bill of Rights was because of the fact that we were just trying to create a central government rather than having the Articles of Confederation, which ultimately gave states individual control. But having the Bill of Rights is necessary and important because of the fact it gives us our own rights, and there's the two rights that it protects. It protects our individual rights and it limits the government's rights. So the Bill of Rights is essential to our Constitution.
This kind of goes into my question about negative versus positive rights. Would you explain that a little bit? And why are Americans so enamored of negative versus positive?
Negative rights establish things that the government cannot do, such as the government cannot infringe on our Second Amendment rights. Contrastingly, positive rights are things the government must do. One could say the Affordable Care Act is a positive right because it is saying the government must provide health care for the citizens.
One of the most essential reasons why we feel enamored with these rights is because of the fact we know that they're available to us. For example, in countries such as China, freedom of press and speech is actually being limited, and so by trying to protest, they're being penalized for that because of the fact they're trying to show their opposition to the government. But because of the fact we do have these rights, we know that we're able to use them when we need to, even though we don't always use them.
But these rights are definitely important to us because as what's noteworthy is that all of the rights in our Constitution are rights that affect us, and none of them have taken, none of the amendments have taken away rights except for the Prohibition Amendment, which was eventually repealed. So it shows that all of the amendments are supposed to be giving people rights and protecting them from the government.
You've talked already about some of the historical context surrounding the Magna Carta and the U.S. Bill of Rights. Could you talk a little bit about the history, the historical context around the Universal Declaration? What time was it passed and how kind of the events of that time influenced?
Well, in the late 1940s, this was after World War II, and so what the ultimate goal of the UN was to stop another world war from occurring. And so that was supposed to enact people to be able to communicate and protect other rights with the idea that we are an international community, that we are all interlinked.
I would say that the space school is definitely part because when we had our first name on it, we saw the world, like it's the world, and we can put them over the world. So with that, in our address, JFK said that we must not ask what America can do for us, but what together we can do for the freedom of all men.
One big part of the history of the UDHR is how much Eleanor Roosevelt pushed for this. I think it's amazing to see an American woman that not only helped her nation, but helped expand civil rights over globally. That's an impressive feat for a woman from America.
And some more of the context is the fact that we have come to an understanding that every single person has fundamental rights that they deserve. And that the creation of the UDHR, even though it's not able to be enforced, its idea is to promote these rights so that everybody has their fundamental rights.
Should the U.S. be embarrassed at all that it has not fully adopted the Universal Declaration as a leader of the United Nations, or are we doing well enough without having it in our law as a Constitution?
Well, a lot of the rights that are in the UDHR are actually reflected in our Constitution and our Bill of Rights. For example, freedom from discrimination, freedom of religion, and so on and so forth. So with this, we are mirroring it, but we don't need to add anything from the UDHR.
you.
So now the panel will give you a little bit of feedback. I thought you did a really good job with your opening statement. You tied it into John Locke and philosophy. I like the way that you identified the three, kind of parallel aspects of the documents and the different kinds of rights across them. And I also thought it was nice that you brought in the state of Nevada's constitution as a way of illustrating how these things kind of carry through. I thought you took a position about, we need to add these rights to the Constitution and justified that in a very good way. You mentioned about how it's not really enforceable. And then in response to my question about, well, then how do you implement it, I thought you did a good job of discussing how that happens in the U.S. And I also felt that I like the idea of Eleanor Roosevelt as an impressive woman. You did a nice job with answering the question about how did the context of the time really influence that and bringing in the fact that we got a visible American woman at that time who helped to kind of reinforce and give out to the efforts.
I agree with what was said. I like the labs of democracy argument. I think that was a nice way to place it and bring all the way through down to the Nevada Constitution was very, very nice. I also like the fact that you look us in the eye, good eye contact, and Brett, of course, impressed us with his uniform.
I concur with everything that was said, and I guess a couple of things that I would like to add. I did like the comments. I did like the fact that you brought in your state and the states and commented about the states being laboratories in the United States. It's been interesting because every group has a little different take on whether or not we ought to add these aspirational goals into part of our Bill of Rights or Constitution. You've decided that we can handle this in other ways, and you explained that it's like a judicial review of the legislative process. You see that as really the direction the United States should go in, as opposed to amending the Constitution